Hey people, how you doing again? It's the Bean and I'm back. Yeah, I know. I told you. I'm working to try to get this simultaneously to be done where I'm shooting back-to-back videos. But for the meantime, people, bear with me and just, let's try to work this together. Remember, this is a process, which means this is something that's not going to happen overnight. It takes time for us as a people to try to really sort out our thoughts and understand what our thoughts are really supposed to mean to us, to me, to you. You know what I'm saying? So now, what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna go directly into the next topic, right? And the next topic will be, how we should be mindful to the fact that everything around us doesn't necessarily instruct that we are living, okay? Everything that's around us doesn't necessarily instruct us that we're living, okay? And what I mean by living means that between your place of residence, your occupation, your any institution that you're in, okay? That doesn't constitute living, okay? Now, how I'm gonna explain this to you is that you need to keep in mind, right? As a thinker, right? A thinker knows what's realistic and what's not, okay? And upon a thinker taking the time out to sort out things that they're seeing visually with their eyes, right? Is also to know that what the thinker is doing, right, on a regular basis doesn't show the thinker that this can't be living, okay? Because once you start to realize, right, and you come up with these topics on your own. Now remember, I told you, there's no book here. I didn't tell you about no book. There's no author. There's no teachings of anyone or any individual I told you to go to check out. We're talking amongst each other, right? Which means we also are trying to use our minds to process what we need to know about oneself, okay? So by me saying that is the fact that you have to identify each thing that you do, and as you identify it, right, you have to actually go through a thinking process to understand and answer, as well as question yourself, is this really living? The reason why you're doing this is because it brings you to the real part of how you need to see things for yourself, right? To understand what you should be actually doing for yourself and what you shouldn't take in that's not necessarily for yourself. You see how I said that? Now, I'll give you a particular topic, right? Just to help you to think along where I'm coming from. Remember, we're adults. I'm talking to adults, okay? As well as if anyone that's of a younger age has happened to be taking part in looking at this video, you're not excluded from this, okay? If you're going to a job or a school, right, and you're doing this on a day-to-day basis, you yourself have to ask yourself, is this living? Is this what life is about? Now, upon you answering or taking on the topic of that particular question, you have to be mindful to the fact, don't deter yourself from the fact of what you're doing. What you're trying to do is you're trying to answer the things that seem to be taking place in your life that would better suit you to understand what it really is. Because when you give a definition of what that really is, then you're going to know technically it don't really mean what it's supposed to be, or how they instructed you on how you're supposed to react to or be in a place where it's supposed to sit in your mind. Like, this job is very important to you, or this school is very important to you. You got to answer that. You know what I'm saying? Because when you go to answer it, it's going to give you an understanding on how you are not having the opportunity to really seriously think about how you need to think out things on your own to yourself, because there are roadblocks that have been created as your upbringing made you grow into the person you are right now, that kind of kept you closed-minded from the real part of your life. So what I'm saying to you is that you don't just, right, sit, right, for that moment and empty out your mind and just think about one topic. You have to think about more than one topic, okay? And when you go to think about that more than one topic, you're going to realize is that they kind of set life for you how they want you to think, okay? Placing all these obstacles and these barriers, these walls, you have to see for yourself why that is, okay? Because a free thinker is never supposed to be cornered. A free thinker is never supposed to see themselves in a situation where they feel the only thing that they constitute in life is what they do for themselves. No. A free thinker is going to realize and know that that's not it. My life coexists as long as I allow it to be. This is what's supposed to come from you, because now you're going to know everything else is irrelevant. But I am the most important thing in life. You have to come up with the determination to see that, because when you do see that, it's going to make you understand everything else that you seem to be doing, that you learned to do, or you was instructed, or supposedly so-called they taught you. It doesn't mean that what they taught you result in you continuously on living because they gave you the handbook of life. Life wasn't put in a book. Life wasn't written for you to read. Everything that constitutes life comes from oneself, right? But you have to figure that out. You have to figure that out to understand that you yourself is the blueprint of your existence. Yes, you yourself is the blueprint of your existence. It's crazy. Remember how I'm telling you all this stuff. These are what you call mind-building tactics that you have to develop, and then you can instruct yourself on how you point out stuff about yourself that you start to realize and see there are a lot of things that you're doing that doesn't really constitute to anything that would surpass your existence. No. But you have to identify those things on your own. Remember, I'm not telling you what to do. I'm giving you an idea. Okay? And these ideas are supposed to be mind builders for you to take within and understand the realization of it. Okay? So I'm going to leave you with that thought. And I'm going to tell you this, right? You can only do these things when you focus and concentrate on how you need to see you. And to see you is not in a book. It's not in the magazine. It's not on the radio. It's not on TV. It's not even in a movie. It's in oneself. So for now, people, take in what I just told you. And I hope that you understand what I said. And we will continue this. The Bean says peace. 1.